Ralph says, hey guys, I have a client with a seemingly difficult key phrase to get on the page one. It is, I replaced the two keywords with keyword. Okay. So it's, whatever, Minneapolis, Minnesota. When I search for this using a private window, we end up as number 10 on page 2. However, if I put quotes around it, we are on page 1, plus it's in the Maps Pak. Yeah, because that's called phrase match. So that makes sense because you're optimized for that phrase. When you do a phrase match search, you're going to come up for that because you're well optimized for that phrase. If that makes sense. But a broad match, that's going to be different. It's not very difficult to rank for phrase match most of the time. It is difficult to match broad match, though. It can be. So he says, I've done the first column of a silo on the website, solid the videos together, even have 3 levels of IFTTT put together, but still cannot seem to move the website up to page 1 for this key phrase. To add another detail, client has 7 5-star reviews compared to his competition of 87 5-star reviews. Would that make a difference? Yes, Ralph. I see an absolute correlation between reviews and local ranking now. In fact, it's like, and again, it has to do a lot with the engagement with the Google My Business, the verified Google My Business profile, guys. Think about that. The more, and that's what our local GMB Pro course that Marco and Rob and I are working on right now is specifically showing how to rank in Google, a Google verified business, Google My Business verified profile, getting it to rank at Maps entirely within the Google My Business dashboard, meaning it doesn't need any external stuff at all. It can be done entirely from just within the Google My Business dashboard because you're using all of Google's tools and providing engagement within that specific environment, which Google rewards that kind of stuff. And so, guys, I never was a believer of like the whole reputation marketing thing for my entire career up until within the last 6 months because of the shift that I've seen and how much of an impact reputation marketing really truly does have on local marketing now. It didn't used to as much, at least I didn't see it as much. It wasn't enough of an impact before for me to go and start, incorporating reputation marketing in with my SEO services. But now it's standard operating procedure. Reputation marketing is now part of what I offer as my SEO services because I see without a doubt how much of an impact it has on local rankings. So, 87 5-star reviews versus 7. Now, I'm not saying that's the only factor. There's probably multiple other factors, as I see you mentioned here further on down. He says, what the heck? Please help me. I cannot afford to lose more hair. Okay, I'll stop and take a deep breath now. Edit addition. I have noticed that one of our main competitors everywhere on every type of keyword search I try, always on page 1, the company with 87 5-star reviews. They also have pages on their site for almost every suburb. That's part of the reason they're probably doing better too, right? There's multiple factors there, Ralph. 1, they've got more reviews. 2, they've got a site that is showing much more relevancy because it's got many more pages on there that are optimized and also for both keywords as well, so products and services, as well as the location, right? And so that's just building the overall relevancy of the site, both geographically and topically. If that makes sense. So there's a lot. Remember, they're probably a much more established business, been around longer. They've obviously been doing SEO longer or had an SEO agency doing it for them for longer. So you can't expect to just come in and, overtake something like that with, one silo and a few blog posts and a couple syndication networks. It's going to take some time. And obviously the more competitive they are, the more established they have been, it's going to take more time and more effort on your part. One thing I recommend is that if you follow along the Syndication Academy, make sure that you're blogging consistently, properly, that you're linking up from within the content, with contextual links from within the blog post up to the pages that you're trying to rank. Make sure your silo architecture is right. Your internal linking structure is right. Also, drive stacks would help. Press releases absolutely help. If you're not aware, we just launched a course called Local PR Pro, where we've ranked even some of the most horrid and god-awful sites, like one-page sites that have no business ranking. We've ranked them in the Maps 3-pack with one freaking press release. Those results aren't typical, but it happens. And so press releases are incredibly powerful for ranking locally as well. Okay. And again, we cover all that in that course.
This is where I have to mention Jeffrey Smith and the SEO bootcamp, because one of the first things that he goes into is market recon. You have to know who you're up against. You have to know what they're doing. You have to know exactly what it is that they're doing and what they've done, so that you can go in and do what they do. When in Rome, do as the Romans do, and then do them one better. And so you know that they're doing all these things. So if you follow Jeffrey's training, I mean, he'll tell you, he'll give you a way to plan out your whole strategy on how you're going to take these fuckers down, simply by using, well, first of all, the correct silo architecture, interlinking. That deep link juggernaut is a beast.
Yeah.
On his plugin, he teaches you how to use it. He teaches you how to do the keyword research. I mean, just everything that you need to take down your competition is in Ultimate SEO Bootcamp. And so if you don't have it, and this is really important for you to take down, if this client is that important, then I suggest that you make the investment. We still have a back door, I think. I don't have the link handy. I'll have to dig it up, but I suggest that you jump in there. That, and then you run a couple of press releases at the GMB that's linked to the website, so all the juice is going to flow, and then spread throughout your interlinked pages and your properly siloed pages. And I don't see why you can't take those. Fuck them and their 87 5-star reviews.
Yep. Well, and that's the thing, guys. Like, if you have the on-page right, you can do so much more with like such little off-page work. And what off-page work you do when your website is structured correctly will have so much more of an effect. So for example, if you had like, your on-page was done really, really well, you could rank with a fraction of the off-page work that it would take somebody that had a site that might not be, that's more like a typical or traditional site that's flat, no silo architecture, all that kind of stuff. They would need 3, 4, 5 times as much off-page work. So again, on-page is incredibly important. And yeah, Jeffrey's course, SEO Bootcamp, is about the best there is for that. Okay.